Excellent. So hi to, I think I'm here on YouTube.
Instagram.
This is Instagram. Okay. So hi to all. If any one of you are there, Nathan, you want me to wait? Careful. Tighten it, please. Yes. Are we good to go? Yeah. So cut it airplane mode. Will it be live if you put an airplane mode? No. Okay. So it's very normal. So I'm sure all of my audience will still know if you are there and if you've seen this, we're getting a call on a phone. Très normal, n'est-ce pas? Okay. So I'm going to restart telling a hi, hello, and bonjour, salut to every one of you here. Let's go on the live today. Okay. Tell sir to call his uncle. Okay. Yeah. So do I see anyone here? If you can notice, two of you. Okay. So hi, hello. People who know me already know me, what I will be doing. So if there's anything in between, I just be natural. I tell, and I'm open about what it is. So I'm living in the same environment as you all have seen me. And if you have not seen me, if you're new to me, then well, I'm Deepthi. I'm the director, but happy to say that I'm one of the professors. Okay, so to start with, thanks for joining us. And I'm going to start by writing the date. So I'll fit it in here, right? Is this my frame?
Yes.
Yeah? Okay. So I think I just have this limit, and I suppose I have this much. Okay. So I'm going to write today is le mardi 7 janvier 2025. Okay? That's the Tuesday, 7th of January 2025. Welcoming you all. Bienvenue. The first time I'm doing a live and the new year. So I'm happy about it, definitely. It is a new experience for me to take a class and live, as in I've done live classes, but recording probably, I suppose this is the first time. So to present you all of who I am and to show it as a recap on the previous session's verb that we handled. Okay? So, well, je suis Deepthi. Je suis professeur et je suis indienne. All that I can say about myself, I use the verb être. Well, être refers to be. In English, être is nothing but être is the to be verb. The E, can you make out the letter E? To be
Professor, ma'am.
professor. Yeah.
E should be
To the end. Okay, so we can have it, we can also go with not having it, but since it's me, I can process that. Today it's accepted with the E, okay, or rather people write E, but those days there wasn't an E really, it was just professor. It was pretty much as just take the male gender, but these days, yeah, you can write je suis professeur. Okay, well, so that I add, and je suis dictée, je suis professeur, je suis indienne. Everywhere I have a suis. It is the conjugated form in present of the verb être. Être refers to be in English. I'm sure you had a detailed session with Madame Koha, my favorite professor, our head of professors. The previous week, the previous day we had a live was last week, Friday, vendredi. Vous avez eu un cours avec Madame Koha sur les deux verbes être et avoir. So être goes like this. Je suis dictée, je suis professeur, je suis indien. I am dictée, I am your professor today. Je suis votre professeur pour aujourd'hui. And je suis indien. All of this is talking about my identity, my current situation, okay, my status, my I refer to my profession, okay. So here I refer to my profession, and here I refer to my nationality. It's la profession and la nationalité. La nationalité. But here I refer to le nom, or I can also say le prénom. Okay? I've just told my first name, so je suis Titi is my first name, which is the prénom. I think I have to make it bigger and clearer. Okay, so that is prénom. And here I go again with je suis Titi, which is my prénom. You can also try telling this. Okay, you can say je suis Clara, je suis Paul, je suis Pierre, ou je suis Patricia. Comme vous voulez. Okay, now you know how to introduce yourself with your name, and then you can say your nationality. Je suis indienne. Et vous? So one can say je suis australienne, or je suis américain or American. Okay, so that is what I'm going to detail to you, why I have a difference in pronunciation. That's a whole new topic. Let's talk about it when we talk about nationality. Okay, well, so to move on, I'm going to now use another color. J'ai besoin d'un autre feutre. What did I just write? J'ai besoin d'un feutre. I just need a marker, but j'ai besoin d'un feutre bleu. Now, what have I written here? J'ai besoin de, followed by the object I need. So, besoin is nothing but need. Besoin is a verb, but it is always followed by the preposition the. So it is besoin plus de. Okay? Now, and you are in need of something when it is in English, but you have a need. Very logically, in French, you have a need. Okay? So, what is the verb to have in French? Well, you learned it because Madame taught you last week, and it goes like this. Avoir is to have. You would have learned some expressions or some statements where you use the verb avoir. Did you learn probably j'ai? So for me, j'ai 2 enfants. I'm sure you learned it with age, so that I will get back to you with an example referred to age. J'ai une voiture. They are my belongings, they are my possessions. Okay, so avoir is used in multiple scenarios, but now I can say j'ai 3 feutres. J'ai un feutre noir, j'ai un feutre bleu, j'ai un feutre rouge aussi. Alors, au total, j'ai 3 feutres. Okay? So I write it as j'ai 3 feutres. I have 3 markers. They are all my possessions. So with avoir, we talk about la possession, not profession. Profession goes with verb être and possession goes with verb avoir. To talk about what you possess, what belongs to you. Okay? So I repeat, j'ai 2 enfants, j'ai une voiture et j'ai 3 feutres. They are all part of my possessions. Well, what else did you learn? What is another part where you can use avoir? So, now I said my enfant. Okay, now I can imagine of my 2 enfants, of my children. I would say there. So I'm going to talk about l'âge, their age. Obviously, because I do not want to talk about my age on a live video. Alright, so anyway, jokes apart, I'm going to just keep it very simple and I will teach you still the construction with verb avoir, but I will only refer to my children, not my friends or anything, okay? So, l'âge, elle, my daughter, so I refer to elle, elle a 18 ans. And if I'm going to tell about my son, because I have 2 children, il a 15 ans. This is another scenario where you use the verb avoir. We just learned about possessions, when you say what you have, what is belong to you, what you possess, what is yours. I have this, I have that, I have So many of you can talk about I have a bike, j'ai une moto. I have a house, j'ai une maison. And you want to talk about I have a puppy. You can say j'ai un chien, or you can say j'ai un animal familial. I have a pet animal. You can say that. Okay? So it's all your possessions. And I also have trois feutres. But this is the second usage of verb avoir. So there are 4 usages for the verb avoir, which we will see in every other class. So today we're going to conclude with the 2 usages, which is a recap, but with newer examples. Okay? Elle a 18 ans and il a 18 ans. Obviously, because the pronoun subject is the first person singular je, I conjugate it to be j'ai. Okay? And if the the third person singular is elle or il, then I conjugate it to make it a. Okay? So the conjugation obviously differs with the pronoun subject, which you are aware of, I'm sure. Like in English, should be even in other languages. See, I say that I have, you have, but he or she has. In English also, the conjugation of the verb changes. And so similarly, il change avec le pronom sujet. Okay? So that's about the second usage of the verb avoir. Now, this what I told you is not the usage of the verb avoir, but there are certain expressions, and out of which today I'm just going to handle one expression with the verb avoir. And that is avoir besoin de. So this goes like, I will write it in green, which will make it more clearer to just identify. J'ai besoin d'un feutre vert. This is vert, and that is bleu. I can show you bleu, vert, noir et rouge. Okay? It is avoir besoin de quelque, okay, de quelque chose. Avoir besoin de quelque chose. Or it can also be avoir besoin de quelqu'un. Having need of something. I am in need of a marker, a particular color marker to write so that I can differentiate. J'ai besoin d'un feutre bleu pour écrire. J'ai besoin d'un feutre vert pour expliquer. J'ai besoin d'un feutre rouge pour différencier. And that way, I tell you that I have a need for something. So this is an expression with the verb avoir. So by now, you have learned the conjugation of the verb être and avoir, which we just did a recap with one pronoun subject and in a sentence. You learned it also in 2 usages of avoir. Well, so I've also taught you one expression with avoir. Alright? So this is j'ai besoin d'un feutre bleu. Why? Because it is avoir besoin de quelque chose, which means having need of something or someone. So I can tell, j'ai besoin de mon ami pour voyager. I like to travel with my friends, so I need my friend if I have to travel, if I have to trek. Okay? And that is having need of someone or something. Alright? Again I repeat, it is avoir besoin de followed by whatever you need. Avoir besoin de followed by whoever you need. Okay? So, yes, I think that was clear until this. And so we will, well, may I erase this? If that is clear enough, I can erase this. Okay. So, but before we can erase, I think I want to mention something. Now I refer to, well, this verb here, I call him to be the king of verbs. The king, because he has a crown on his head. Okay? This is not very common with other verbs. And être has exceptions. It's a very, very important verb. In fact, être, avoir, aller, which we will be learning today, and faire are all univerbs, which are very important verbs in French language. They have meanings which can be used in different contexts. They are used for multiple and complex tenses. Alors, être, selon moi, according to me, selon moi, être est le roi, the king, le roi de verbe. And that is why he has a crown. So, of course, when it's written on capital letters, it is okay. You don't have to mention the accent, but it is also good if you can write the accent. So, in small case, it is always written as let me make the crown very clear. So that's the king of verbs. I'm sure you know by now the conjugation of the king of verbs. If you would like to repeat with me, I can repeat with you too. It goes like je suis, tu es, il est, elle est, nous sommes, vous êtes, ils sont, elles sont. Okay? Yes. So with this, I'm going to just clear my board on what was être to move on to the next topic. And for avoir, if you would like to repeat with me conjugations of verb avoir with each pronoun subject. J'ai, tu as, il a, elle a, nous avons, vous avez, ils ont, and elles ont. Okay? Well, let me also now erase what we wrote about the verb avoir and the two usages along with. So I'm still erasing this. J'efface, mais il s'efface pas. So which means this is also a very important verb. It just wouldn't erase. When I still try to erase it, you have to do it with a lot of effort. Okay. Now, to continue with what we had done with alphabets. Les alphabets. Let me start with H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, and Z. How do they sound? Did they sound similar? Did they sound different? Well, some of them, they do sound similar, but most of them sound different. It's very natural. It's a different language. They have to sound different. Okay? But no worries. There's always a hack to understand how they sound and how you memorize them. Typically, there is no her like in our regional languages in French. So, this is pronounced as, now the way I learned it, when my professor wrote it for the first time, I simply made a note of how it sounded when I heard. I'm sure you would be doing that also, and if you're not doing it, please do it. Now you can choose to write it in your language, or you can choose to write it in a comfortable language which will give you the exact meaning. Well, I remember I saw Madame's live last class, and I saw that she took all the effort to write the letter in Tamil. She just drew a design. That's what she has learned and she has done. I've been in India, I've been in Chennai, born and raised here, but I have not learned Tamil. It's very sad, or even bad, it's okay if I can admit this. But she took all the effort to make it more easy and familiarized for all of you if I have learners who would like to see it in your language. Okay, well, so that's a very good gesture that she did, and I really admire it. H is pronounced as hush, hush. It's not a ha, but then a hush, hush. More of a less H and just aspirating the air, so it's like a ush. Yeah, it's a ush. It doesn't have a hush actually. It's a ush. And this has E as in English. Your alphabet E is just what it is. The I in English is pronounced as E in French. Another tricky letter says J, but you call it J, J, J. This is K, K. L can stand as a L, or if you wish to, you can also call it a L, M, or M if you wish to. One more feutre bleu, please. J'ai besoin d'un autre feutre bleu. Merci, mademoiselle. Another blue, which may be writing better. That is M and N, or a N, O, which is a O, P, which is pronounced as a P, P, and Q, which is again a Q, or a Q, U, E, U, E, Q. Oh, the trickiest letter, which I suggest you to please get back to our channel and watch an exclusive video done by Madame Cora. where she says, don't do the but do the It comes from somewhere there, I don't know where. It took me so long to figure out how it just happens, but it happened magically. But our immersion students, they get it very fast because they're here and they do it in an intensive manner. They hear the entire day from Monday to Friday. So immersion students get the R very fast. The R, where the tongue is rolled back and you put it back in English, is pronounced as the the as in français. Vendredi, professeur, profession. Okay, so that is the is how I figured out to learn. I repeated with the and the R and the H and put together, and from somewhere there is this coming out. Okay? S. There's something I like, the alphabet T. It's never so sharp like its endings. In English, American or British may still make it to sound very sharp. It's not pointed. We don't have sharp sounds in French. It's very flat and it's easy. As a T, what you call a T in English is a thé. Je bois du thé tous les soirs. I drink some tea all the evenings. So that is thé, which is what is referred to as tea, what you drink, a black tea or a tea. In French, what you call is thé, and that is what it is. Okay, that's thé, and this is U. So probably I can call it U, like that, U. And this is a way. You have a way. It is opening and there is a way in front of you. So that's called way. And when I have two ways, okay, it's called W. Twice when there is a way, right, open in front of me. Oh, I can see it. It's open in front of me. It's a way. And then it's twice. And they call this W. So what is this letter? It is W. W. And then I have the crossroads, which is X. It's called the X. La lettre X. I think longest in pronunciation. This is called Y. Y. The Y is called Y. And to conclude, I have the Z. What you call as a Z or a Z is Z. Probably, yeah, so Z, I think in English, for an English speaker, an Anglophone should only see it as Z. But precisely when I write Z, in French has this little accent on the A, the Z. But for you to understand, as a beginner, how I understood, that's exactly the way I have listed out all the alphabets right in front of you. Okay? So to conclude with the alphabets, I think we can do a quick, may not be a song, what I would really sing, but I will at least try to chant it. Okay? So if you have not listened to our song on YouTube, please go back and do visit our channel, watch our song on alphabets on YouTube, sung by again one of our professors with her beautiful voice. So that goes as, if you would like to sing with me, if you would like to practice even the previous letters, okay? And they go like A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, our alphabet song, typically the second anthem that we play when we start every new batch. This is our class's anthem actually, evidently because the alphabets are, or the letters are the most important part of it, and the pronunciation of every letter matters. Okay, so please do keep this in mind. Try to re-revise. You always can write it according to what your interpretation is, what you better perceive it, how you are able to catch it fast. You can always write. But this was my simplest method, and this made it easy for me. I think a couple of days that I practiced on these letters, and that made it easy for me before I could come for my probably the third class or so, where I knew, and then I still took time to memorize, and I was familiarized by the day 1 and day 2 when I practiced on this method, but I could be better at it, and I could use it with all the confidence in about a week or 5 days or so. Okay, so that's to do with the letters and the alphabets. If you have any doubts, you can always ask me, and I think I'll move on to the next part. We don't have so much time, so well, I'm erasing this. If I have audience there, I'm thanking you again. See, all of you, whoever, be it one or many or how many ever. Okay, so to conclude, again, part of learning that you will be doing. This is again one of the univerbs, which is very, very important. Also, the usage takes you, takes you to an elaborate thing. But I can initially list out the verb to you, and that can be, so starts with as good as an Eiffel Tower with the first letter A, and the verb is aller, to go. Let me write all the pronoun subjects, which is je, tu, il, elle, nous, vous, il, and elle. Okay? To do my conjugation of the verbs, aller means to go. Very important verb, one of the univerbs after être, avoir, aller, and you also have faire, which we will be looking into in our next episode. But here let me tell you, je, wait, it has nothing to do with the verb. Your avoir started with the conjugation avoir and j'ai, which was j'ai, je with a and e. But your être, which starts with the te, was conjugated as je suis. And then it goes with the tu es and all that. And with nous it has songs. So that is an irregularity, which is not a very regular pattern. It's called irregularity, and hence they are irregular verbs, also univerbs. And so similarly is aller. Aller is also an irregular verb. Je vais, tu vas, il va, elle va, nous allons, vous allez, ils vont, and elles vont. Okay? If you remember, probably you would remember that you had your A and I part of your avoir. You just had A as part of the tu, as, and then il and elle had just the il a, elle a for the avoir. And then you had, nous avons, which is slightly different, vous avez, which is slightly different, but the ONT and the ONT for the il and the elle of avoir. Whereas here, it is with the start that we start off with a V, V, A, I, S, V, A, S, V, A, il va, elle va, V, A. Nous allons, which also has liaison. Nous allons, vous allez, ils vont, and elles vont. Ils vont, elles vont. Okay? Well, so with this, I think aller, which refers to go. One interesting part I think I can tell you here, aller is a verb which is, I think, loved by French people, because I saw a recent video on Instagram and I got to see that aller can be used in different, during different moods, during different situations, scenarios, with different people, conveying different meanings, but just this one word. A mother says, allez, and which means she refers to, come on, get ready, go on, okay? And then she says, allez, allez, go to school, to her children. And then she says again, allez, allez, you know, and then go have food. That's a very funny video. I don't know how much I'm able to really relate. I mean, I'm able to convey the video that I watched, but it was so interesting. I wish I can do a similar video like that. Okay, let me try doing it sometime. Okay, so this is a new learning for you, and you simply can use it anywhere that you want to talk about going. Okay, so I say that I go. Je vais au restaurant. Je vais au restaurant les week-ends. Les enfants, which is plural definitely, so I take the conjugation of il referring to they. You know the pronunciation subjects by now, so they refer to they. Les enfants, I take il, hence my conjugation goes as, it comes here and it goes as vont à l'école tous les, okay, let me put it as throughout the week. Okay, someone write as toute la semaine. Okay, they go to school throughout the week. I'm so sorry for my handwriting, but you got to understand this. Yes, so with that I'm concluding. I gave you the first person singular as je vais au restaurant les week-ends parce que je travaille du lundi au vendredi et je vais au restaurant les week-ends. Okay? Les enfants, the children, they go to school the entire week. Les enfants is the third person plural. The first person singular is I and the third person plural is il ou elle, out of which les enfants fall under the il category because I can have girls and boys, les filles et les garçons ensemble. Je dis les enfants, ils vont à l'école toute la semaine. They go to the school the entire week, every day in a week. Okay, with this I'm concluding. I hope you understood well how to use the verb aller, and we will also look into more examples in the upcoming live on Friday. Thank you, but you shouldn't be going anywhere. Give me just few seconds and I'm going to come back to ask you one question, which is our usual quiz. Okay? Give me a few seconds and I'm getting back to you soon. Merci. Okay, so again, quite a simple question based on one of our videos that ma'am has done. A pronoun replaces a noun, or correctively a set, an expression which is replaced by a pronoun, set of noun and objects and everything together, which replaces a with one word, and that one word is called a pronoun. So what is this demonstrative pronoun, which is also very neutral? Okay, so there are so many pronouns, and which is the pronoun which can replace, okay, the demonstrative pronoun which can replace more of an object and which is neutral, the neutre, pronom qui est neutre. Is it the pronom on, or is it the pronom I, or is it the pronom ça, or is it the pronom lui? I don't know. You can tell me. Par exemple, so I have to replace this noun, the projector. How do I replace it? Do I replace it with on ne marche pas, or do I replace it with I ne marche pas, or do I replace it with ça ne marche pas, or can I replace it with lui ne marche pas? Okay, so get back to me, tell me which is the demonstrative pronoun, which is also neutral, okay, which can replace in this sentence the projector. Le projecteur ne marche pas. Mais comment je peux remplacer le nom projecteur? Quel est le pronom pour remplacer le mot projecteur, le nom projecteur? Quel est le pronom? Est-ce que c'est on? Est-ce que c'est il? Ou est-ce que c'est ça? Ou lui? Merci beaucoup. Come back to us with your answers, and thank you for being with us. Merci, au revoir. Bonne soirée to all of you there.